Imagine sinking your teeth into a perfectly cooked T-bone steak. Juicy, flavorful. Now picture that steak bursting with the vibrant flavors of Mexico. That's what we're creating today. This is not your ordinary steak dinner. This is an adventure for your taste buds. Get ready to experience the magic of Mexican cuisine with every single bite. We'll guide you through every step of the process. From selecting the perfect spices to achieving that beautiful sear, we'll be with you all the way. Are you ready to get started? The heart of Mexican cooking lies in its incredible spices. These spices are the soul of the cuisine, infusing each dish with layers of flavor and history. They are the essence that brings Mexican food to life, making it vibrant and unforgettable. These are not just flavor enhancers, they are storytellers. Each spice tells a tale of tradition, culture, and the land from which it comes. They connect us to the past and bring a sense of authenticity to every meal. Each spice brings its own unique character to the table. From the earthy tones of cumin to the smoky allure of paprika and the fiery kick of chili powder, every spice has a role to play. They work in harmony to create a symphony of flavors that dance on your palate. For our Mexican T-bone, we'll be using a blend of earthy cumin, smoky paprika, and fiery chili powder. This combination is a classic in Mexican cuisine, known for its ability to elevate the simplest of dishes into something extraordinary. Cumin adds a warm, earthy depth. Its slightly bitter, nutty flavor is essential in many Mexican dishes, providing a robust foundation that supports the other spices. Paprika brings a hint of smokiness and a vibrant red hue. This spice is made from dried and ground red peppers, and it adds a subtle sweetness and a beautiful color to the dish. Chili powder provides that characteristic Mexican heat, but that's not all. This spice is a blend of dried chilies and other spices, offering a complex heat that can range from mild to intense, depending on the variety used. We'll also be using garlic powder for its pungent aroma. Garlic is a staple in Mexican cooking, known for its strong, savory flavor that enhances the taste of meats and vegetables alike. And onion powder for a subtle sweetness. Onion powder adds a mild, sweet flavor that balances the heat and smokiness of the other spices, creating a well-rounded profile. Together, these spices will transform your T-bone into a culinary masterpiece. The combination of flavors will create a rich, complex taste that is both bold and harmonious. As the spices melt with the meat, they will infuse it with their essence, making each bite a journey through the rich tapestry of Mexican cuisine. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a home cook, using these spices will elevate your cooking and bring the vibrant flavors of Mexico to your table. So let's get ready to embark on this flavorful adventure and unveil the magic of Mexican spices. Before we begin our culinary adventure, let's gather our ingredients. You'll need 1 beautiful T-bone steak, about 1 inch thick, olive oil for its rich flavor, freshly squeezed lime juice for a touch of acidity, and salt and pepper to enhance the natural flavors. And of course, our star players, cumin, paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, and onion powder. Make sure you have all of these ingredients ready to go. Once we start cooking, you'll want to focus on the process. Now let's unlock the secret to a truly flavorful T-bone. It all starts with the marinade. In a bowl, combine your spices: cumin, paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, and onion powder. Add a generous pinch of salt and pepper, then drizzle in olive oil and lime juice. Mix everything together until you have a thick paste. This is where the magic happens. Rub the marinade all over your T-bone, making sure to coat every nook and cranny. The longer you let it marinate, the more flavorful your steak will be. Ideally, marinate overnight in the refrigerator. Now comes the exciting part, cooking the steak. This is where all your preparation pays off and you get to see the magic happen right before your eyes. Cooking a steak to perfection is an art, and with a few simple steps, you can achieve a restaurant-quality result right in your own kitchen. Start by heating a large skillet over medium-high heat. This is crucial because you want the skillet to be hot enough to sear the steak properly. A hot skillet ensures that the steak will develop a nice caramelized crust, which is essential for flavor. You'll know it's ready when a drop of water sizzles on the surface. This is a simple yet effective way to test the heat of your skillet. If the water evaporates immediately, you're good to go. Carefully place your marinated T-bone in the hot skillet. Be cautious as the hot oil can splatter. Using tongs, gently lay the steak down away from you to avoid any burns. Let it sear undisturbed for 3 to 4 minutes per side. This is important because moving the steak around too much can prevent it from developing that beautiful crust. Patience is key here. This will create a beautiful crust and lock in all those delicious juices. The crust acts as a barrier, keeping the inside of the steak tender and juicy. The key to a perfectly cooked T-bone is to adjust the cooking time to your liking. Depending on the thickness of your steak and your preferred level of doneness, you may need to cook it a bit longer or shorter. Use a meat thermometer to check for doneness. This is the most accurate way to ensure your steak is cooked to your preference. Insert the thermometer into the thickest part of the steak. For medium rare, aim for an internal temperature of 130 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. If you prefer your steak more well done, you can cook it to a higher temperature. Remember, the steak will continue to cook a bit even after you remove it from the heat, so it's best to take it off the skillet just before it reaches your desired temperature. Once your steak has reached the desired temperature, remove it from the skillet and let it rest on a cutting board. Cover it loosely with foil and let it rest for about 5 minutes. This resting period allows the juices to redistribute throughout the steak, making it even more flavorful and tender. After resting, slice the steak against the grain to ensure maximum tenderness. Serve it up with your favorite sides and enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've just cooked a steak to perfection. Section 6. Achieving Steak Nirvana. Tips for texture and taste. Here are a few tips to elevate your Mexican T-bone from delicious to extraordinary. For a more intense flavor, add a diced jalapeno to your marinade. To ensure even cooking, allow your steak to come to room temperature before cooking. Once your steak is cooked to your liking, let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes before slicing. This allows the juices to redistribute, resulting in a more tender and flavorful steak. Remember, cooking is a journey of exploration. Don't be afraid to experiment and adjust the seasonings to your taste. Section 7. From skillet to fiesta, serving your Mexican T-bone. Your Mexican T-bone is ready to take center stage. Slice the steak against the grain and arrange it on a warm platter. Drizzle any remaining marinade over the steak for an extra burst of flavor. Garnish with fresh cilantro and lime wedges for a touch of color and freshness. The vibrant aroma and enticing presentation will have your guests eagerly awaiting their first bite. Section 8. Beyond the plate accompaniments for a true fiesta. While the Mexican T-bone is undoubtedly the star of the show, no fiesta is complete without some delicious sides. These accompaniments not only enhance the flavors of the main dish, but also add variety and excitement to your meal. Imagine a table filled with vibrant colors, enticing aromas, and a mix of textures that make every bite a delightful experience. Consider serving your steak with warm tortillas, perfect for wrapping up slices of steak with your favorite toppings. Tortillas are a staple in Mexican cuisine and offer a versatile way to enjoy your meal. You can set up a mini taco station with an array of toppings like fresh salsa, guacamole, shredded cheese, and sour cream. This not only makes the meal interactive, but also allows your guests to customize their tacos to their liking. Mexican rice, a flavorful and colorful side dish that complements the richness of the steak. This dish is often cooked with tomatoes, onions, and a blend of spices that give it a unique taste. The vibrant orange hue of the rice adds a pop of color to your plate, making it visually appealing. Plus, the subtle spiciness and aromatic flavors of the rice balance the hearty, savory notes of the T-bone steak. Grilled vegetables like bell peppers, onions, and zucchini take on a smoky sweetness when grilled alongside the steak. These vegetables not only add a healthy component to your meal, but also bring a variety of textures and flavors. The charred edges and tender insides of the grilled veggies provide a delightful contrast to the juicy steak. You can also experiment with other vegetables like corn on the cob or asparagus to add more diversity to your spread. For a truly immersive experience, set the mood with some festive music and colorful decorations. Think vibrant tablecloths, string lights, and traditional Mexican papel picado banners. Music is an essential part of any fiesta, so create a playlist with lively mariachi tunes or modern Latin hits to keep the energy high. These elements will not only enhance their dining experience, but also make your guests feel like they are part of a grand celebration. Your guests will feel like they've been transported to a lively Mexican fiesta. The combination of delicious food, vibrant decorations, and upbeat music will create an unforgettable atmosphere. Encourage your guests to dance, mingle, and enjoy the festive spirit. With these accompaniments, your Mexican T-bone steak will not just be a meal, but a complete fiesta experience that everyone will remember fondly. Section 9. Conclusion, Buen Provecho. So there you have it. your guide to mastering the perfect Mexican T-bone steak. With a symphony of spices and a little culinary know-how, you've created a dish that's bursting with flavor and sure to impress. Now it's time to gather your loved ones, fire up the grill, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Remember, the most important ingredient in any recipe is love. So cook with passion, enjoy every bite, and buen provecho.